تُفْدِيهِمْ, to make your money clear. That money for whom? For the poor people. We have, as Muslim, to pay our charity 2.5% yearly. If you have $1,000, you have to pay $25, not your. You have $10,000, $250. You have $100,000, you have $2,500. For whom? For the one who need it. Plus the charity, the sadaqat. Yeah, I can pay, I can give whole the $100, fisabilillah. I can give 50, I can, but minimum 2.5 to make you Muslim. And then number 4, to fast Ramadan, Siyam Ramadan, to fast 1 month in the year. يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام. You have to fast like the people before you. All the religion, they used to fast before us. And for Muslim, yes, we have to fast. But we have to fast by Allah's way, not by our way. من الفجر إلى المغرب. There is time we have to fast it. To not eat, to not drink, to not have sex, to not make backbiting, to not look to haram, to not hear haram. All that in Ramadan, inshallah. Even the ulama said, if you want your fast to be high level, even to not think about bad thoughts. Do not think, to control yourself. And the last thing, my dear respected brother, the last pillar of Islam, or the 5 pillars of Islam, the last one, Hajj, to perform Hajj, to go to Mecca 1 time in your life. Why we go to Mecca? Why is Mecca? Is Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam house? La. Because the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was born there? La. We go to Mecca. Why? Because إن أول بيت وضع للناس للذي بمكة. The first house was built in this earth, that what in Mecca, Baytullah al-Haram or Al-Kaaba, it was built by Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. Or the ulama said the ayah, وَإِذْ يَرْفَعُ إِبْرَاهِيمُ الْقَوَاعِدَ مِنَ الْبَيْتِ. Ibrahim, he did not put the foundation. Ibrahim, he raised the foundation. That means the foundation, it was before Ibrahim there. This one prove about that. Second, to prove when Prophet Ibrahim, he brought his son and his wife to Mecca, he says, oh Allah, I brought my family to your house. To your house before Ibrahim, he put the foundation. That means the Kaaba, it was there. And my dear respected brother, that is the 5 pillars of Islam. We say number 1, the pillars of Iman, 6 pillars of Iman, to believe in Allah wa malaikati wa kutubi wa rusuli wal yawm al-akhir wal qadar. And the 5 pillars of Islam, to make shahada, salat, zakat, saum and hajj. And the last thing, my dear respected brother, when Jibreel alayhi salam, he asked Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he asked him about what is the Iman, what is the Islam, and he gave him the conclusion for all that, or to the package for all that. قال يا محمد أخبرني عن الإحسان. What is the ihsan? From this hadith, my dear brothers and sisters, that means our iman, our ihsan, we need our iman, our Islam, we need ihsan. The ihsan to cover all that. And Jibreel asked Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Ya Muhammad, mal ihsan, or tell me about the ihsan. He answered him, he said, Al-Ihsan an ta'bud Allah ka'annaka tarah. All that, 6 pillars of Iman, 5 pillars of Islam, to worship Allah exactly like if you see Him. An ta'bud Allah ka'annaka tarah. But how about if we cannot see Allah and no one can see Allah? He said, if you don't see him, you have to believe he watching you. أن تعبد الله كأنك تراه فإن لم تكن تراه فإنه يراك. By this point, my dear respected brother and sister, the minute when you have that feeling, the minute when you have that communication to worship Allah, exactly like if you see him, or exactly like you believe he watching you, your iman, your Islam will be complete, and inshallah, by this way you will worship Allah by the way how he like, not by the way what you like. I like to close my short speech, inshallah, about Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Allah sent to us Al-Quran Al-Kareem, his book. We read it. We read. But some people, when they read the Quran, maybe it's different for them to practice it or to say, how I can do that? It's very difficult. It's very difficult. Really, a lot of ayat in the Quran for us, for our level, is very difficult. Example, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say about the mu'mineen, وَالْكَاظِمِينَ الْغَيْظِ. As Muslim, you have to know how you control your anger. Not yourself, yeah, now I am happy. You cannot make me angry, I am so happy. But Allah wants us, even when I became angry as Muslim, I am in the high top of anger. Allah said, in that minute, you have as Muslim to control yourself. وَالْكَاظِمِينَ الْغَيْظِ. Control yourself. Okay, alhamdulillah, I control myself. I will not do any bad action. He make me angry. I will not do any bad action. Is that enough, Ya Allah? Are you happy? La, that's not enough. What you want? Second step. وَالْعَافِينَ عَنِ النَّاسِ. What that means? He make you angry. You have to forgive him right away. Yeah, brother, you make me angry. Okay, what your action? Nothing. For Allah, I will not do anything. But that's not enough. What is second? وَالْعَافِينَ عَنِ النَّاسِ. To forgive him right away. Do not let the hate enter to your heart. Your brother, your wife, your sister, your friend, your neighbor. Do not hate him or hate her. وَالْعَافِينَ عَنِ النَّاسِ. Is that enough? Okay, I forgive him. Is that enough? No. You have another step. What? وَاللَّهُ يُحِبُّ الْمُحْسِنِينَ. What that means? You have to give him gift. Look, that Islam. Do we have it now? La. You have it, Ya Sheikh? La. He make me angry, I will make him angry. He slapped me, I will slap him. He hit me, I will hit him. He cut me, I will cut him. Is that Islam? No. To do what? To give him gift. But Imam, Sheikh, he hit me. Yeah, you are Muslim. Yes, I am Muslim. Go give him gift. Is that easy? Not easy. But look how Allah told us that, and the Sahaba, they practice it. Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiyallahu anhu was making wudu. His servant, his khadim, his slave was give him the water on his hand. Then the khadim, his mu'min too, he know Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his sahabi, he know. He want to test Abu Bakr as-Siddiq. Then he throws some water on Abu Bakr as-Siddiq thawb, like this. Then Abu Bakr as-Siddiq looked to him like, you joking with me? I am Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, Khalifa, Amir, the prince, the king. And you are a slave, you joking with me? Just he looked to him. Then the khadim, he's very smart. He said to him, Ya Amir, وَالْكَاظِمِينَ الْغَيْظِ. He let him remind it. He mentioned the ayah. وَالْكَاظِمِينَ الْغَيْظِ. He said, إِنِّي كَظَمْتُ غَيْظِي. I control myself. Then second time, he threw water on him. Then he looked to him. He said, He said to him, وَالْعَافِينَ عَنِ النَّاسِ, like, forgive me. He said, okay, I forgive you. Then the third time, he threw the water on his toe. Then he looked to him. Then the Khadim said, وَاللَّهُ يُحِبُّ الْمُحْسِنِينَ. Say, go, you are free. My dear respected brothers, our guests, that and our sisters, that is the Islam. Islam not 5 salat a day only. Islam not big beard. Beard is free. It's free. Even you don't have to shave it. Kufi, a lot of people like that, alhamdulillah, I'm wearing kufi, you know, 12 for $1, made in China. Made in China, 12 for $1. Thawb is $20 maximum, $30, $100. All that doesn't make you Muslim. Even your salat only doesn't make you Muslim. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam high level of quality, he didn't say to him, yeah, you pray too much, you fast too much. What he said to him? وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَى خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ. خُلُقٍ, good manner. Good manner. I say that, my dear respected brother, I'm talking about us as Muslims who came to this country. Our responsibility to give message to the people about Islam, not but by what we say. They know what we say. Even they don't believe what we say, but they will believe our action. To be nice with your neighbor, with your friend, with your boss, with your student, with your worker, with your employee or employer. To be nice with them, that is the best message to give the Islam, and that is our responsibility, and inshallah you will find that in your record in the day of judgment. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم وأسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى to accept our أعمال, to accept our gathering today inshallah, and to give us more reward. إنه سميع عليم. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين. جزاكم الله خير.
Barakallah feek, Sheikh Muhammad. Inshallah, on your behalf, we thank Brother Imam Muhammad of the reminder he gave us about basically the old thing that we cover in Islam. So we're asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to reward him and make this in his scale, inshallah, in the day of judgment. Brother Muhammad, so we give him the chance to speak the first, because he's in a hurry, mashallah. Last night his daughter got married and he has a guest home. So inshallah we congratulate him inshallah and his family, and نسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يخلف عليهم بخير يا رب العالمين. جزاك الله خير يا أخي محمد. بارك الله فيك. يسر الله أمرك يا أخي. جزاك الله خير إن شاء الله. إن شاء الله. عليكم السلام ورحمة الله. I would like also to welcome our brother Yusuf Salman. He just arrived. Brother Dr. Yusuf Salman. He arrived to us here inshallah. And we have also brother Fahim. Inshallah, Akhi Fahim, we'd like to hear in your speech about some characters or our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So we could know us and the guest about the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam character. If you could, inshallah, remind us with that. Jazakallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inna alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala ashrafu anbiya wa mursaleen Sayyidina wa Habibina al-Mustafa Muhammad ibn Abdullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. It is with great honor that I'm here today, invited by Imam Riyad. And I thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for all of you in attendance. I would like to direct my talk towards our guests, inshallah. Because all of us here are Muslim, and I love all you brothers and sisters, and we see each other frequently.
Right.
But I think we should give a little focus and attention to our non-Muslim guests, inshallah. So I will tie that in with my talk. But just by a show of hands, who are the guests here? Okay, just two? Okay. Now I just want to ask your permission, because I like interaction with the crowd, that I may need to call on you if, need you to answer a question for me. Is that okay? Because some people get nervous. I want to make sure that you don't freeze up on me. Okay. As Imam Muhammad mentioned, I'm a convert to Islam. I wasn't born as a Muslim. And alhamdulillah, praise for the Almighty. This is my 25th year of practicing Islam by me consciously accepting Islam. And I'm pretty sure that it hasn't really changed much since I converted. And you can correct me if I'm wrong, but when you think of Islam, what is the first thing that comes to mind?
To be honest,
Honest.
terrorism.
Terrorism. Good.
Excuse me, let me just,
No, honesty is the best policy.
this is my daughter,
Mhm.
I'm Roman Catholic.
Right.
She is Islam.
Recently converted
Recently
Islam.
Alhamdulillah.
I've changed my views. I'm not Islam.
Mhm.
She is. We've talked at great lengths. I'm not upset with her that she's no longer Roman Catholic.
Mhm.
We all believe in the same God.
Mhm.
Doesn't matter what you call him. I've learned that there's two different Islams. The extremists who believe in terrorism and do bad and blame it on Allah.
Mhm.
And then there's the truth.
Okay, now I want to address that if you give me a moment, because if you keep going, I'm going to have to let you come up here.
I just didn't want you to think.
No, I understood what you
When I
said.
said terrorism, I didn't want you to think I came in here.
Well, I was getting to a point actually. I just wanted to take the temperature. It hasn't really changed much since I accepted Islam, and this is one of the things. When you hear about Islam to a non-Muslim, I come from a fairly Christian background. My mother went to church, and the tradition of going to Baptist church, Pentecostal churches, and there was really no connection for me. And when I heard about Islam, it was similar to what you're saying. Is why I asked, because I never knew what Islam was. Like, I heard all of these other things. Like when I first met a Muslim, and the first thing was that they were dressed differently. That was the first thing that caught my attention. And it was a good friend of mine who became Muslim, and I asked him, well, why are you dressed like that? And he said, well, in this religion you have to keep your elbows covered. And I'm like, well, that's kind of strange. What if it's summertime? You have to, And every Muslim I encountered, the thing was, they never told me what Islam was. I just had to kind of observe. But the things that I observed, probably like you have, is that Muslims had impeccable manners. And they always seemed to be well-versed in what they were talking about. So this, for me, was what attracted me to Islam. And I had a few friends who had accepted Islam, but they weren't really well-versed. And the reason I'm saying to this is because it's even now in this current time, and with all of the things that have transpired, it's still the same kind of thing when people think about Islam, that they don't really know what Islam is. And it becomes a hindrance in people accepting Islam. Because once they discover what Islam is, then it's hard pressed for them to not really at least have a healthy respect for it if they don't accept it. And in my journey in Islam, I accepted Islam in 1991. And I used to hear all of these things about Muslims, and then finally someone sat me down and told me what Islam really was. And besides terrorism, let me ask you another question. What other concepts did you have about Islam?
That was all.
Okay. Well, my experience was that I was, they didn't eat pork. The women, you know, they had to walk behind the men. They were oppressed. And basically, you know, from where I'm from Camden, New Jersey, you know, an urban area. And, you know, this is the experience that we got. And also,